Okay, Ben, good morning and welcome to your next lesson in mathematics. And this time we're gonna change percent into fraction. Okay, so this is easy and I won't take much of your time. We just need to remember two things that every percent has a denominator of 100. And to change percent into fraction, just change that into lowest term. Okay, so for example, we have 35%. Okay? 35%. Now, changing percent into fraction, just remember that every percent has a denominator of 100. Okay? Now, if we going to erase this percent, we have now 35 over 100. Now, just change this into lowest term. Okay? So, what is the number that we can divide both to 100 and 35? So that is 5, right? So we have 5 here and 5 here. So divide. Now 35 divided by 5 is 7, while 100 divided by 5 is 20. So for our answer here, we have 7 over 20. That's it. That's how you change fraction. That's how you change percent into fraction. But let's have some more example. Okay. And let's have 86%. Okay. Oh. We want to change this into a fraction. Now, just remember that every fraction has a denominator of 100. So we have 86 over 100. So let's erase this percent sign and just change that into lowest term. So let's think of a number that we can divide both to 100 and 86. So we have 2, right? Because we can divide them both to 86 and 100. So divided by 2. Okay. Now, 86 divided by 2 is 43. Right? While 100 divided by 2 is 50. So that will be our answer. That is 43 over 50. So let's have some more example.
Changing percent into fraction. Let's have
250%. How about if we have 250%? With the same method, to change percent into fraction, just change them into lowest term because every fraction has a denominator of 100. So if we're going to erase this percent sign or symbol, we have 250 over 100. So let's just change them into lowest term. Let's think of a number that we can divide them both. Now, we can divide them both. We have here, let's try 50. Okay, so 50 and 50 here. So 50 divided by, 50 divided by 50, that's we have 5. Right? We have 5 here. And while the 50 is, we have 2. Okay, so we have 5 over 2. And change improper fraction into mixed number. So we have here 2 divided by 5 is 2 and 1 half. Okay, so that will be our answer. How about if we have a decimal number, which is
try
how about if we have 8.5%? Okay, so the same method, just put a denominator of 100 over the percent and erase this. After that, change that, change the fraction into lowest term if possible. Okay, now we have here 8.5 over 100, so we can no longer change them to lowest term, so this will be your final answer. That's 8.5 over 100. Okay, so let's have one last example, changing percent into fraction. How about if we have 88.67%? Okay, we want to change this into fraction, so let's have a denominator of 100. Okay, and erase the percent sign or symbol. Change the fraction into lowest term if possible. Here, can no longer change them into lowest term. So this will be our answer. Okay, so it is 6.67 over 100. That will be our fraction. Okay. Now, changing percent into fraction, all we need to remember two things. Number one is every fraction has a denominator of 100, and that just change number two. Number two, just change the fraction into lowest term, and that will be our answer. Okay. So thank you for your time, Ben. That's how we do it in changing percent into fraction. See you next lesson.